Hey everyone, today we are going to do two things. We are going to work on interquartile range, which is very easy, and then we're going to work on what outliers could be. That's a little bit more difficult. So I've got some examples here. First thing we're going to do, I put these all in order. The numbers are already set in order for you. So if you get a problem where the numbers aren't in order, you're going to have to do that. I just save time. I put them all in order. So here we go. First thing I'm going to do, you have to do the 5-number summary to do any of this. So I want to do the 5-number summary, work my way to the median first. Sometimes the median is called Q2, quartile 2, because it's in the middle of Q1 and Q3. Right there, 87 and 91 are my middle two numbers. So I'm going to find the middle number between those two. I could add them up and divide by 2. But this one's easy enough to say that it is 89. Now, since 89 is not in my number lines, I'm using 87 as in my quartile 1. So 87, 66, and just keep on going down until you see 80 is Q1. All right, and just while I'm down here, I might as well write in 66 here for my minimum. Q3 is going to be 94 because it's in the middle of these 5 numbers. And then my max is 98. All right, so that is nothing new. We've done that for the last couple of days, but now we're going to find the interquartile range. The interquartile range is the range from Q1 to Q3. So the easy way to find a range, even when you want to find range of something else, you always subtract. So it's just simply Q3 minus Q1, and that's the interquartile range. You'll hear me say IQR, and if we were in the classroom, I would put IQR on the board. I would never write interquartile range because it's just too much to write. But IQR, interquartile range, is Q3, so 94 minus Q1, which is 80. You just found them. 94 minus 80 is 14. So the interquartile range is 14. All right. So when we go to the next one, all right, we go to the next one, do the same thing. I'll do these kind of quick. 62, 90. Again, you got to find the 5-number summary. All right, there are my two numbers. I know that 70 is both numbers, but the median is still technically in between here. All right, 70 plus 70 is 140, divided by 2 is still 70. All right, I think we had a problem like that. Some people had a question about it. All right, so since 70, my median is right here, then I'm going to use this 70 all the way here to find that 66 is my Q1, and it's the median of the bottom half, and 84 is the median of my top half. All right, there's my min. So my 5-number summary, now those numbers right there. All right, so the interquartile range then is Q3, which you found is 84, minus 66. So 84 minus 66 is 18. Just use your calculator, figure it out. So the interquartile range now, so we've added to it now. We had the 5-number summary. Now we have the interquartile range. All right. So the next thing we're going to do, notice I've got a space, so now we're going to add something to it here. So I'm going to quickly go through our 5-number summary, the interquartile range, and then so that we can go on to the next thing. All right, so I've got 34 and 66, 40 and 60, 43 and 59, 44 and 56. So again, there are my two numbers. The number that's in, so my median is in between those two numbers. So 51 plus 53 is 104, or it's pretty easy to see that 52 is right in between those two numbers. All right, so my median is 52. I'm going to use 51 since 52 is not in my on my number line. I'm going to use 51. So my middle number over here, my Q1 is 43, and my middle number over here is 59. All right. And so now we can find our IQR pretty quickly, the interquartile range. We can say 59 minus 43. 59 minus 43 is 16. So now what we need to do is now we need to find out, do we have any outliers? I know in middle school they said outliers would be anything on the extremes, anything way far, way down here or way up here. Any numbers, the biggest, sometimes they would say the biggest numbers and the smallest numbers. So it's not necessarily true. We've got to see what it could be, and this is how we're going to do it. All right. So here we have what's called the range of outliers. Okay, the steps are, we're going to take our IQR, all right, which is what we just found over here, the 16, and we're going to multiply it by 1.5. So use your calculator and say 16 times 1.5 is 24. All right, and that's really key. It's not the IQR, it's the IQR times 1.5 is 24. And you're going to take that 24 and you're going to subtract it from Q1 and you're going to add it to Q3. All right. When you subtract it from Q1, that gives you your lower boundary, and add it to Q3 is going to give you your upper boundary. So you're trying to see, where's the boundary for our outliers? Is there anything outside our boundary? Some people call it the lower fence and the upper fence. Where's the outliers? So when you take Q1 we said was 43. Remember, this is all the numbers from up top here. 43 minus that 24. All right. 43 minus 24 is 19. And then our Q3, which we said was 59. 59 plus 24. Remember that 24 is what we got when we did the multiply by 1.5. 59 plus 24 is 83. All right. So what we just found is we found our lower boundary, our lower fence is 19, and our upper fence is 83. Okay. So anything outside that fence is considered an outlier. Now, in this problem, in this set of data, there's no outlier because 34 is within that fence and 83 is out. I mean, both the 83 and the 19 are outside the fences. So all of these numbers from 34 all the way to 66 are considered good data. There's no outliers that we would want to throw out and say that's not good data. All right. So let's try one more. All right. So here we still have to do the same things we've been doing all week. So you can see why we started off slow, finding the 5-number summary. So that should be pretty quick by now. We should be able to understand what I'm doing kind of quickly. All right. And so 49 is my median is my middle number. All right. Since 49, I can't use that because 49 is a part of my data set. So I can easily see that 40 is going to be my Q1. There's my min. And 52 is going to be my Q3. Some of you this week, when you get a decimal, if I'd had to average these together, don't round, just leave it as a decimal. But unfortunately, I've made it to where none of these are decimals, so not to try to confuse anybody. So we did our 5-number summary. We've got to come over here and we've got to do our IQR, which takes our Q3, which is 52, minus the Q1, which is 40. So 52 minus 40 is 12. So our interquartile range is 12. And we'll talk more about what those numbers are and what they mean later on. We just want to learn how to find them right now. So now I need to find out, are any of these numbers up here outliers? Is that 33 or is this 74 an outlier? Right? So what I got to do is I got to take my IQR, which we just found, 12, and I got to multiply it by 1.5. So 12 times 1.5 is 18. All right. So that's not the answer. Okay. 18 is not the answer. What I have to do now is I have to take that 18 and subtract it from Q1 to find my lower fence or my lower boundary. So Q1, 40 minus 18 is 22. So my lower fence is 22, and then do the same thing to the Q3, but I'm going to add it to Q3. So we're just setting our boundary up here. So Q3 was 52. So 52 plus 18 is 70. So my upper fence or my upper boundary is 70. Okay. So my range of outliers is from 22 to 70. Well, I'm good on this side because 33 is within the fence, all right, because 22 is down here somewhere, all right. But if you look up here, 74 is outside my fence, all right. It's outside my fence of 70, so therefore 74 would be considered an outlier. And we kind of throw that data out because for some reason that data is it's too big for what we're talking about. All right, and we'll get in more about what those mean later on. All right, so I hope this helps. I hope that you can follow these directions and when you're doing the problem today, and good luck.